Hey guys, welcome back to Hokkaido256, and on this blog we're going to talk about tips for when you're traveling to Japan. First would be use 7 Bank. Japan is still very far away from being a cashless society, so the first thing to worry about is money. Exchanging currency doesn't yield the best rate, especially on those sketchy airport routes. Withdrawing money from ATMs directly is a better option, but not any bank. Currently the one with the best rates or fees is 7 Bank or 7-Eleven's Bank. If you're arriving at Narita Airport in Tokyo, you can find a 7 Bank inside a 7-Eleven store on the departure floor, next to the restaurants area. Pro tip: an IC card can technically be used as a debit card in many stores, vending machines, and restaurants throughout Japan. Also, make sure you have a regular card. Saves money on payment and withdrawals. And number 2, public transportation is super efficient. It's easy for anyone to get overwhelmed with metro and train systems in Japan. There are spider webs less complex. We're talking about 150 lines and 2,000 stations of overground and underground rail in Tokyo alone. The good news is, once you figure it out how to get around, it's amazingly efficient. For journeys inside the city, the fare is calculated depending on the length of your trip. I recommend getting an IC card to avoid this calculation every time you board the subway. Instead, the fare is discounted automatically once you tap the card on the reader when you're going out of each station. If you're traveling long distances with the incredible country's rail network, GR Pass can be a time and money saver. Make sure you also download Hybrid for your phone. This app is not exactly a UI delight, but has detailed train schedules and even a useful filter GR Pass to find the best trains that fit your itinerary. Number 3, a GR Pass can be a great buy. Emphasis on the can. Every travel blogger out there will tell you to buy a GR Pass through their affiliate link no matter what. The reality is, it depends. If you plan to travel around the country like me, a 2 or 3 weeks GR Pass can save you money and time. It's super convenient and gives you unlimited access to Shinkansen and GR branded trains, buses, and ferries. However, if you're staying in one region of Japan only or planning to visit just a few places, a region-specific pass or even individual tickets can be more than enough. And number 4, pick the best hours to stay in cities strategically. Picking a smart location to stay can literally save hours in getting from point A to point B. And number 5, why does Japanese wear surgical masks on the streets? Before going to Japan, seeing people with surgical masks make me a bit uneasy. Like, ew, poor people. They need to wear a mask because of the intense pollution and diseases. What a terrible place to visit. Turns out it's quite the opposite. Japanese wear this mask to prevent allergies such as pollen or to avoid that their germs infect others when they're sick.
6 out of what? Firstly, the amount of restaurant is very incredible. Customer service top-notch, and the quality of ingredients and the way they are prepared is something they care about a lot. And let's not even talk about how clean they are. The standards are very high. I honestly think it is hard to have a bad meal in Japan. So what's to eat in Japan? Here's an exhaustive list of foods to try in Japan, such as gyoza, Japanese curry, okonomiyaki, ramen, soba, sushi, takoyaki, tempura, tonkatsu, and udon. 7. Convenience stores are really convenient. There are 3 main stores in Japan, such as Lawson, Family Mart, and 7-Eleven. They are incredibly similar on the inside, selling everything from cookies to masks, from cookies to underwear. The highlights here is the food too, from small snacks to delicious ready-to-eat meals and everything in between. Sushi, onigiri, or rice bowl and full bento boxes, although I personally recommend the egg sandwiches. 8. Do not tip. Guys, this one is very important. Do not under any circumstance tips in Japan. It is considered rude. No matter how great the food or the good of customer service is, so we don't ever to tips them. 9. Indulge in sushi. Sushi is not the most common food you can find there. That would be ramen. So the major difference of sushi in Japan is in how fresh are the ingredients. 2nd, the experience you can get. The fish to rice ratio is quite big, with several different types of tuna to choose from. So there are some tips to eat sushi in Japan. First, unless you have money to spend in luxury, high-end experience, the best sushi places are tiny with limited seating. When you are asked directly the chef what you want and they make the pieces in front of you, that's the case of standing sushi bar in Tokyo. Second, still very acceptable for Western standard and some level below the quality scale. Try a bullet train sushi. 3. There are many different types of tuna, but fatty tuna will rock your world. 4. Sashimi is only eaten with chopstick, but it is acceptable to eat nigiri with your hands. Last, green tea cold or hot is often complimentary in sushi restaurant. 10. You can smoke anywhere like other places in Asia. Smoking on the streets are forbidden. When you're outside, make sure you go to a designated smoking area, usually next to big buildings, shops, or train stations. 11. It is a unique place to shop. Let's put it this way. There's no shortage of ideas to buy souvenirs in Japan. Gadgets, particularly the SLR camera or anything related to video games, are very excellent buys too, and don't miss it.
Japan is a super clean country, but it is true. I found myself holding trash with me for hours before I found a place to put it. This happened because there's a little garbage in the first place. When locals are working, they don't smoke or eat, so there's no need for bins. In this case, if you find yourself find the odd piece of a paper or plastic, the quickest way is get rid of it to go inside a convenience store. Stay in the ryokan. Heading back to the 17th century when Japan was enclosed to Edo period, ryokans are traditionally Japan inns where guests sleep in the tatami mats rolled into the floor. Tattoos are not welcome. Across Japan, tattoos are strongly associated to criminal gangs like the Yakuza, so it's bad to use tattoo in Japan. Get an IC card. IC cards are prepaid charge card used to pay public transportation ticket but also works on a convenience stores, vending machine, and even game arcades. You won't hear no as an answer. Japanese have a really hard time to say no to stranger. When you ask something many times, the answer is gonna be no, but they will say yes anyway. This is why, for them to avoid offending people, almost any time is a good time to go. In this case, you're still deciding when to go to Japan. It's always a good time to go to Japan because the weather there is always good and every month you go there it's always good.
And that's all about our vlog. Thanks for watching.